Hey Hero fans, this is Todd. So today we're going to review the Sorceress from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And let's go ahead and open this up and let's take a look at this figure. So, alright, there she is. Extra wing parts. Yeah. Let's cut those off there. Alright, so the first thing we have holding her in is this waistband right here, and these always scare me because I've had problems in the past with this scraping off the paint. And it looks like it might be stuck right there. We'll take a look and see. You can see right there the white is a little bit different shaded, so hopefully the paint won't come off when I open this. So let's go ahead and pull that off first. And it looks pretty good. No problems. Let's go ahead and cut off any rubber bands holding her in place. Just the one. And let's go ahead and pop her out of there. I probably should have planned ahead and brought some hot water so I could do a head swap and show you guys different heads, but I didn't do that, so I guess we won't be doing the head swap today on this. I might make a video later and show you. But let's go ahead and talk about her articulation. So first she has the boot cut and a swivel. Or not a boot cut, I mean ankle joint and a swivel. She does have a boot cut. Knee bends and it's ratcheted. Her hips move, so that's good. Her waist turns at the under the chest. Her shoulders move. Elbow moves. I like that. There's no hole in the elbow on this. How cool is that? Her wrist or her hand moves. And her head moves around. Now her waist is kind of loose, but not as loose as figures I've seen in the past. So I'm not going to actually fix that joint like I have in the past. And she looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at her accessories she comes with. She comes with an extra head. This is supposed to be the one that she replaced. So that's pretty cool. She comes with a bird stand. And she comes with Zor, which is her alternate she turns into when she leaves Castle Grayskull. And there's some little pins on the stand and some holes on Zor's feet to put it together. They don't quite line up. There we go. You know what? I don't want to force this. I may have to do some little bit of work to get those to line up just right and fit in the holes, but we'll just stick it next to the bumps for right now. There we go. So let's go and look at some comparisons. Let's start with the 80s. Oh, we got our wings. That's right. So let's take a look at her wings. Looks like she has the open wings and the closed wings. We'll start with the open wings. Looks like there's a spot on her back for those to hook onto. So let's just hook those on there. And then there's some knobs here, which she has holes in her arms to hook into. Kind of wish they didn't put holes in her arms to match up. I wish they just had us put her arms up ourselves, but oh well, that is fine. And again, just like with Zor, it doesn't really want to go in the holes very easily. shoulder does not lift that high very easily either, so I don't want to force it. I'll just keep it like that so you can see. There she is. Pretty neato. And we have the closed one. And again, it has the holes to line up. Doesn't really go in very well. That side went in finally. There we go. Really limits the articulation because basically our arms only go in two positions, either up or down. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make something else for her wings. I don't know. I know people online make some really cool cloth items. Maybe someone will make a third-party cloth one for her. We'll see. All right, but as a statue, really cool. So let's go ahead and do some comparison. Let's take a look at the one from the 80s first. So here's the one from the 80s. So you can see the comparison of it. And the 80s one, the wings had articulation, where you would just put the wings in and would you push them or swivel them? It's been so long. Anyway, leave a comment and tell me how the wings are supposed to activate, because like I said, it's been a long time since I've used this figure. Oh, there we go. I guess you just lean it to one side and the other and the wings pop out. And this one too, the arms actually go with the wings, so it's kind of fun. But there's nothing to hold them on with. It's just up to your choice. I kind of wish they did the same thing with the new one. I might do some customizing to plug those holes in her arms. I'm not sure. All right. And of course, the 80s Zor was a huge mammoth bird. Which was supposed to be her changing later on, but originally this was just He-Man's attack bird. Kind of a cool attack falcon, and they had this cool thing for the figures to hang on to and fight with. They had one for Skeletor Screech, and they had Zor, of course, for He-Man to use. So then we had the 2000X Sorceress. It came in a statue. Here she is right here. Now, the statue, as cool as it is, I really love the 2000 look, as most of you who know me know that. But I had to make it so that it was articulated. So I did articulate her arms so she could move them a little bit. Basically what I did was I used these metal ball bearings and attached them. These are actually from a pen that I found that I basically drilled a hole in and shoved it in there. And then inside here I put one of those rare earth magnets really deep inside there. Let's see if I can show that. So you can see the rare earth magnet deep inside her socket there. And luckily the spacing came out just right so that I was able to put both arms with just one magnet. And it worked out really good. So, cool. Not a lot of articulation, just a little, but I really like this look. And then of course after the 2000X, we had the classics. And the classics are by far some of my favorites. Now we do have this crazy spindle type design. Let's see if I can get this to work okay. There we go. And again, her arms weren't attached, but her arms work off the spindle. So that's kind of a cool thing. I forgot about that. Wow, that is pretty neat. And of course she came with a Zor. Now, I believe she didn't come with, the Zor didn't come with armor. I don't remember. If you can post in the comments, let me know if the original Zor came with armor, if this is just armor I snagged from Evelyn. I don't recall. And this is different than the one that came with Tila. It has more colors in the wing, where the Tila one had less colors in the wing for her Zor. Now, one thing I noticed was how small this stand is. And you saw the original ones, the stands were monstrously huge. So I did create my own stands. And I made them on Shapeways. I made a green one and a red one, but you can print any color you want. And basically they're just really tall stands for the birds. And I made them even taller than the ones that came with the old figures because I wanted to make it in comparison to how the figures are in size. So you notice that this stand goes up to her head and this stand goes up to her head. So that's the idea. And when I made it so that there's a small piece right here for female hands, so that female hands can grip on down lower, and then a larger spot here for the male hands so it can grip on higher, so that works for both male and female figures to hold their respective birds. So you can get it for Tila and Evelyn, and everybody else can all have their own bird stands for battle. So, kind of cool. There we go. Ta-da! All right. So after that, we had the white one, and people call this the Tower of Darkness. Oh, she also came with her staff too. Oh, there we go. Oh, things are just falling left and right. And the Tower of Darkness one has the same cool action with the giant tumblers. Now, we never really liked the way these tumblers, how big they were. They could have probably tried to make them smaller, but they work from the front view, and that's pretty cool. And what's fun about this figure is her boots are actually different than the ones that were released with the full color. If you take a look, you can see that she actually has the straps, where the one that was released, the blue boots, does not have the straps. Now, the cool thing about this figure was it came with this. Now, most people are like, what the heck is that? This is a way to hold that orb that comes with King Grayskull. So if you happen to get a King Grayskull, it has the orb right there. The only way to get it is if you were to get your King Grayskull and get that orb. There's the orb right there. And then you could then take them out and you could put the orb on top of the stand. So that's kind of fun. Now, I guess people who developed this said that these actually have words that they figured out, some kind of language. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Obviously, it's symbols of Grayskull and He-Man, and I don't know what the top symbol is. Oh, that's that Dark Knight guy, whatever his name is. I don't know. Anyway, post the comments. Let me know. And then, of course, there's some weird stuff down there. Looks like it might be almost the same stuff that's on the Mighty Spectre's wrist. I can't tell. Now, you could also get a bird for the white one, and it was in a weapons pack, this gray bird. And then, of course, you have to put some kind of weapons and armor on it. And again, you can go with the green one in the weapons pack or a red one stolen from some other figure. So there you go. All right, so that is all the figures. Now, if you don't get the King Grayskull ball, don't worry about it. They got some 1-inch marbles you can get. And I have actually a whole slew of all different color 1-inch marbles that I've used for the stand before. I meant to bring them in for the video, but I left them in the other room. Maybe I'll do an update video later on and show you guys. So that is another option, just to get a 1-inch marble and then just toss it in there as well. And they got all kinds of really cool ones you can get online. And I've actually made some lighted stands in the past. The one inside my castle is lighted for those who have seen it. But it's just kind of fun just to take and shine a light on it. That just does enough right there to make it look really cool. So there you go. That is all that I have on this video. I'll be opening up some more figures as we continue on. So stay tuned. Look for more figures and comparisons and customs. And I'll show you guys some more stuff. All right. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, share with your friends, and hopefully you can get this channel up and booming. Thanks, you guys.